Hey guys, the next instructional video I'd like to share with you is on the website Storybird. This is something that I have not used in my classroom yet. I've heard about it before and I kind of forgot about it, and then going through and looking for websites that can be used in the classroom, I came across this again and got a little familiar with using it, and am definitely going to be using it next year. This website is meant to be used with students for all ages. And it's a great way to inspire them to write stories based on somebody else's or artwork. So in the elementary classroom, I've always had the student who comes up and says, I have no idea what to write about. And this is just a great way to kind of solve that problem, because students get interested with the different pictures they have, and they kind of map out what they see, and then they can go back and rewrite it, as you'll kind of see when I go over the creation here. But very, very cool and helpful tool, definitely to be used in an elementary classroom. So I'll go ahead and get logged in here and navigate you through the website. When you first get logged in, you'll come to the dashboard page here, and at the bottom here you can review any of the stories that any of your students have created. You can see their usernames, when they last modified their work, the grade they got, and whether it's published or whether they're still working on it or not. Another cool option here is that you can moderate comments. So after stories are written, then you can have the students go through and comment on other stories that other students have written, and you can kind of moderate what's being said. So very, very cool option right there. There's a blog tab here where you can kind of go through and read some of the things that Storybird's publishing. I know that they have monthly writing challenges. For June here, they have a Dad's Secret Superpower, where any student that's part of Storybird can log in and write for the challenge and have it published. You can click on the print and download tab, where the teacher or even parents can log in, and they can actually purchase the books that the students have created, and part of the purchase goes back to the school, which is kind of a cool thing too. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click the Create button up here at the top, and this is going to take me to a screen where students can choose from numerous different types of artwork that's already been created, and from that point then they'll be able to go ahead and create their story. So I'm just going to kind of find something here that looks interesting to me. I'll go ahead and click on this one here. So there are 23 pictures that go along with this artwork here. So if I wanted to, I could decide to use that. So I'll just go ahead and use this art here. Click on that button, and now I have the choice of choosing between a long form book, which is just like a chapter book, used more for your 5th grade through, I guess, high school levels. Picture book would be your elementary, and then the poem could be used for anyone. So I'm going to click a picture book, and it's going to take me to a screen where I can choose to add pictures, and now I can start to add my writing too. So as an elementary teacher, what I would explain to my students is that I want them to go through and map out their story with these pictures, and go through later and actually add the narrative to their story. So what we'll do first is I'll click on the cover here, and the cover I can choose between a classic, landscape, journal, and iconic designs down here. So I'll just do the classic design, and we'll keep this picture here. So I'll go ahead and add a title. So a rainy day here, so I'll just kind of make that the title, and then we can kind of customize the colors on the side here to whatever color we like. So I'll just go ahead and use the black one here, and then I will click over on the right side here. That'll leave my cover. Now I'm back to my first page. So from here, now I can kind of add the pictures that I'd like to. So we'll go ahead and start with this picture here. And when the picture's being dragged across here, I can kind of give it a bunch of different positions to put it in. I can choose the way it is now, or I can drag the picture and use it so it takes up the entire page. I can drag it so it's on the left side, and then I can also choose it so it's on the bottom, and I can write on the top, or vice versa, and use the top too and leave it like that. So then I can go ahead and click the add button here, and now I have another page, and then I can go to any of these other pictures here to add them to my story. So we'll add a picture, and I don't want it to take up the whole page. I'm going to come back here and use this picture here, add it on the page, just so we have something to go by as far as adding narrative. So I would point out to my students that you now have kind of a map for your story, so you can go back to the beginning and you can kind of begin to write your story. So in this box down here, you'd be able to start to write your narrative. And then when you're finished, we'll go ahead and hit save and exit. I'll just kind of write something here so we can see it, sample writing. Save this, and this should take me back to, well, it takes me to a screen asking me if I'm finished or not. So I could click my story isn't finished, I'll like to add on to it later, or because I don't have enough right now, it can't be shared publicly. So we'll keep it private. It's going to go into the class that I've created, and then here the student could add a summary that would get other students maybe interested in their reading. So I'll click publish here, and that will take me to the screen here asking if I'd like to purchase anything, and I don't right now. So I'm going to click the bird here, take me back to the home page. And what you can see now on my dashboard is that I now have a story by this user for the title of the story. It's published, which means it's finished. It does not have a grade yet, so that means I would have to go in and add a grade to that. But that should mean that it's available for any of the students in this class to view and comment on. And overall, it's been just a quick process. I think an enjoyable process for students to create their own stories. So Storybirds is a great way to kind of promote student creativity and inventiveness in their writing, which would meet ISTE standard T.1.A. And it also allows students to be creative communicators and allow them to share their own ideas with others, which is the premise of ISTE standard S.6.D. A very useful tool, one that I will definitely be exploring this next year in my own teaching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and you can use this platform in your own class.